I'd like to talk about fishing reels today. Most of my life I have been fishing, and I've been down here in Florida since 1974, and I fished before I got here, and coming from the great Nazi state of New Jersey. I did a lot of fishing up there, freshwater and saltwater. Moved down here to Florida, and I moved down here, I just fish. Did some diving out in the Gulf, but I did a lot of fishing down here. And the majority of my life I have fished with the old spinning reel. It's always been faithful. Get them, pop them on your line. I mean, good, bad, indifference, cheap, expensive, they worked. It was always working. I got into a little bit of freshwater fishing down here, and I bought me a Pinnacle, inexpensive, Soline. Got it from Wally World. I had a hard time with this thing. It wasn't the reel's fault. It was just me not knowing how to use it, how to set it up. Didn't understand it. Didn't have YouTube to help me out. So lately I've been watching a lot of videos where the guys are fishing with baitcasters in saltwater. I go, what gives? What's going on here? Them things are a nightmare. Why would anybody want to put themselves through that aggravation? Then I look at more videos, and these guys are casting the daylights out of them. Then you look at some of the reviews, and the guys are showing you, they're casting without their thumb on it and all. So I said, there's got to be something to this. So I turned around and started investigating, and I end up picking two reels, and I ordered them both at the same time. This one here is the Cast King Assassin, 5.7 ounces, very, very light. It's got two braking systems into it, spool controls. Got the regular magnet that you turn that most of them have, and it also has the centrifugal braking system into it. This looks like it works like a centrifugal clutch, if you know how that works. It's got these little dogs in here, and when this thing spins, these little dogs come out and they ride on the inside of this brass area, and it slows down the reel, and you can adjust it here. You got from 0 up to 6 or more that you can adjust it to. I got it on number 2 right now. It's working fine for me. Now, the other one that I have is the Piscifun Torrent. Read a bunch of good things about it. A little bit cheaper than the Cast King. Has only one braking system, and that's the magnetic system. And the magnetic system works by when you turn the novices from like 0 to 10, and higher the number, the closer the magnets get to the spool to slow it down. It works. Now, it took me a little longer. I'm casting out in the yard when I got these. When I got these, I was casting out in the yard and practice with it. I put the Piscifun on a new rod I got from Wally World. It was the Berkeley, Lightning Shock, 7-foot medium. I put it on that one. I had a little bit more trouble with this Piscifun, just getting it tuned in. Didn't give me a whole bunch of grief, but it just took me a little bit. And once I got her tuned in, once I got it worked just fine. The Cast King, I put on the old rod that I had the Pinnacle on, which was Abu Garcia Super 7-foot rod with a medium heavy. And of course, this thing here, man, I just not chucked the daylights out of it. I'm not chuck both of them. I'm not going to say anything bad other than this is lighter. This is lighter, and it works just fine. This is a little heavier. But then again, I'm used to using these spin casters, and these monsters are heavy, very heavy. So they ain't very heavy. I mean, I'm not going to say very, but heavier than these are in here. And I cast these things all day long. I've been casting these spinners. I go out and I'm solely artificial. It's always some kind of lures, always some kind of soft bait, jerk bait. It's always something that I have to cast, retrieve, cast, retrieve. Either be on a popping cork, pop the cork, one or the other. This old reel right here, this oldie but goodie, is a cheap old Daiwa Cyclone that when Dick's opened up here many years ago down here in Tampa area, they sold this with a reel, a rod and a reel, for $9.95. I bought two of them, and both of these suckers are still working. Now I have other reels out there I paid a lot more money for that are not working. Okay, they are not working. These things still, yeah, beat them up, do whatever I want them. I had this one on a Zabiki rod, using it on there. In fact, this is a little tore up. It's not the better of the two. The other one works pretty good. I still use them. I have relatives come down when they go fishing. I got this throw it on a 6.6 rod, take them out. They don't know any difference. They go for it. This one here is one of those like $9.95 jobbers you get from eBay from China. I have no problems with it. The only problems I had another one like this and it fell in the water and I didn't get it taken care of quick enough. That was my own fault. And the bearings got all boogered up on it. And for the price of the reel, ain't no sense changing the bearings. Just, you know, use it for other parts and buy another one for that price. I'm frugal. I can tell you right now, I'm very frugal. I take care of my stuff so I don't have to buy more stuff. And I'm always looking for a bang for the buck. But I got real curious about these bait casters and why guys use them. So the next day after I got these, I went out to Terra Ciega Bay down near Bradenton, Florida, down there, and fishing around in the area there in the kayak, and I brought in 2 small snook on this. Did a fine job. Then again, they were small snook. I like to know what this will really do to a bigger fish. You know, we catch bull reds. Catching bull reds on these things, did it all day long. Big sea trout. I'm a sea trout, redfish, snook fisherman. I target those. That's what I go after. I don't target catfish. I don't target pompano. I don't go after none of that other stuff. I go to the places and to the flats. I like the flats fish. That's where them game fish are at. That's the redfish, and I love eating. You know, I catch and release in the frying pan my spotted sea trout. I love spotted sea trout. We really like eating that. Now snook, that's in and out of season, and so they're fun to catch. Very fun, but they got a slot that is really hard to catch them into. But what I'm getting at is here, I bought these, you know, to add a little spice to my life. I've been fishing the same old crap over and over again, you know, get the one-trick pony crap going. No, I don't want to try something a little different. I have to pay a little bit more attention to this. I'm new at it. I'll tell you right now, I'm new at this. I've only been fishing with this one time so far, one time out there. And I hope I have many more times with it. So, you know, people say to me, what do you want, baitcaster or spin caster? Hey, I take them both. I take them both out there. I load them all up with different types of lures, and, you know, and what I want at the time, I reach back there, grab it, boom. There you go. So, you're not going to sit here me, and again, you're not going to get me to say a whole lot between these two right here. I haven't used them enough to actually come out and say which one I like the best. I imagine somewhere down the road that might come about. That just might come about with these two. But right now, you know, I have no issues with either one of them. They both do their job. Cast King's a little easier setting up, a little new at this, and you know, you got your two controls when it comes to your brakes on it. They both have decent drags on them. They both, you know, they got the handles. The handles seem to be about there. And so, hey, what am I going to say? I got 20-pound Cast King braid on them with about a 3-foot, 20-pound fluorocarbon leader tied with an FG knot. So, hey, I'm ready for bear. I'm ready to go fishing. But the weather down here in Florida right now with these fronts coming through, it's springtime. We still got the fronts coming through. Till these fronts stop coming through here, it really screws up our fishing simply because of the wind. We don't care about how cold it is. We do care, but not that much. It's not going to stop me from fishing. It's the wind. And, we kayak fishing. We also, fish out of a flats boat. A friend of mine's got a flats boat, and we always go out with him, and he likes the company, and I like going out in his boat. So, yes. As soon as we can get this wind blowing right now. I got wind blowing here today. In fact, this supposed to the front come through today, tonight, and then to tomorrow. We're going to have 20-mile-an-hour winds. 20-mile-an-hour winds is no fun. No, don't enjoy it whatsoever. So, this will be old Skeeter just talking about, hey, fish with what you got, but go fishing, okay? That's all. And like the old guy down here named Ernie Lee, he used to say, if you're too busy to go fishing, you're just too darn busy. So this be old Skeeter down here in the sand pile you call Florida, fishing the flats. See you later.